lot. Within this world, we find ourselves, every time a problem comes my way, I find myself extending my hand to another person. I find myself having no trust in God. I get problems and I'm thinking, Ya Allah, why are you not doing anything? Instead of saying, maybe this is my test from Allah. My tawakkul upon Allah leaves me. And then, for that reason that I do not trust Allah and do not put my trust in Him, He too turns away from me. Then Imam says the third reason, أَوْ لَعَلَّكَ وَجَدْتَنِي فِي مَقَامِ الْكَاظِبِينَ فَرَفَضْتَنِي. Says, my Lord, perhaps you have found me in the manner of the liars. Thus you have rejected me. You have found me lying. You have found me living a life like a liar. I show the world one face, but within me is something else. Within me is something else. I want to show the world I'm a great speaker. I'm very spiritual. But the reality of the situation, I'm very quick to point fingers at everyone. He's not doing matam. He's not praying namaz. But yet within me, we quickly get onto our high horse in this day and age. He's a matami, so he can't be praying namaz. He doesn't pray namaz. He's a namazi, he won't pray namaz. He's a namazi, he won't do matam. These are the issues that we have. But yet, I lie to myself because I don't want to admit my own problems. This is one of the reasons that Allah leaves us. Then the second part that we can find is that Imam starts talking about the company that we keep. And here within the West is very important, the company that we keep, especially for the youth. Within all the du'as that we find that none of the Imams actually, except for a few du'as, say that make me like this, make me like this. For example, take Munajat al-Arifin of Imam Sajjad. Within Munajat al-Arifin, the munajat of the knowers, the people who want to get to that state of spiritual awareness with Allah, we find that Imam Sajjad doesn't say, oh Allah, make me like this, make me like this. Instead he says, oh Allah, place me amongst these people who are like this. This tells us how important company is. If my friends are drug dealers, if my friends are the ones that listen to music, if my friends are the ones that turn away from the azadari, if my friends are the ones that turn away from namaz, then they too will turn me away from each of those things. They will take me towards damnation. These are my friends. So then Imam says, that maybe it is because you did not find me in the seating, in the gathering of the ulama, thus you have let me down. When ulama come, not like people like me, like actual alims come. You know, we have this movement within our centers. People want to curse the maraji. People want to send la'na upon the maraji. People want to curse the ulama. People want to point fingers, even though they don't understand the concepts themselves. But still they want to send la'na on others, on the ulama of this ummah. You know, the Prophet of Islam says, Al-ulama warathatul anbiya. The ulama are the inheritors of the Prophet. How damned is a nation that turns against its scholars, against the ones that are there to guide it. This is the problem that we have. Then Imam says, أَوْ لَعَلَّكَ رَأَيْتَنِي فِي الْغَافِلِينَ فَمِنْ رَحْمَتِكَ آيَسْتَنِي. My Lord, perhaps you found me amongst the ghafilin, amongst those people that were inattentive towards you. Thus you have made me despair of your mercy. Perhaps you found me within those that are in the state of ghafla. And they forget Allah. Are my friends the ones that forget Allah? Are my friends the ones that tell me to pray? Or are my friends the ones that say, no, leave it, we'll pray later. Let's just finish doing this. If they are, then Imam al-Sajjad tells us what the result is. Then you will despair of the mercy of Allah. Then you will despair of the mercy. Then you will run to different people and say, I need help. Because then you think, where is Allah? Allah can never forgive me. This is again the makr of Allah manifesting. Then Imam says, أو لعلك رأيتني ألف في مجالس البطالين فبيني وبينهم خليتني. Or maybe you have found me fond. Remember, found me fond. You found me liking the sessions of the wrongdoers. Thus you have left me to them. Are my friends the ones that I think, well, my fun friends are the ones that smoke and take drugs and listen to music and do everything haram. But my not so fun friends are the ones that do the ibadat of Allah. The Imam says when you start to liking the sessions of those that commit haram, Allah will leave you to them. This is so many times, there was an incident that someone was telling me about, someone with an off license. Allah, Shia Muhammad with an off license. With an off license selling alcohol. And now he's old, many years have passed. And now he's saying, I want to go on Hajj, I want to get rid of this off license. And at the end of time, and now, Allah, forgive me. But the problem that he says, I can't find a buyer. I'm stuck with the shop. This is the makr of Allah. That you do a sin so many times that you damn yourself for eternity. That Allah never allows you to come out of that sin. This is what it means. Allah will make you stuck with those people. You'll be stuck with those people who commit haram, even though you try and pull out from them. You'll be stuck with that action of haram, even though you try and stop it. Because for all those years you forgot Allah. And now that you're ready to die or with one foot in the grave, you want to say, oh, please forgive me. The realities are this, that Allah will then leave us to that. The Imam moves on. أو لعلك لم تحب أن تسمع دعائي فبعدتني. Says, perhaps you have not willed to hear my prayers. Allah doesn't want to hear the prayers of the one that sins. اللهم اغفر لي الذنوب التي تحبس الدعاء. My Lord, forgive those sins of mine that stop my dua from reaching you. The sins that we commit form a barrier in front of Allah. Form a barrier. And those sins stack up against us. Then Allah does not, He chooses not to hear us. أو لعلك بجرمي وجريرتي كافيتني. Or maybe, perhaps, Lord, you are punishing me for my sins and my offences against you. Thus, you have put me in this state of despair. ظلمت نفسي. You saying, ظلمت نفسي وتجلأت بجهلي. My Lord, I have committed dhulm upon myself, and I have been audacious with my ignorance. I've showed the world how ignorant I am. But then, Ahlulbayt here again shows us the beauty of the creation, beauty of the mercy of Allah. It says, ظلمت نفسي وتجلأت بجهلي وسكنت إلى قديم ذكرك لي ومنك عليه. But my Lord, I am still alive. Why? Because you remember me even though I forget you. Here Imam al-Sajjad is saying, because of my sins, I am getting this punishment. And then Imam finally says, the 10th point, أو لعلك بقلة حيائي منك جازيتني. My Lord, maybe it was because I was shameless when I committed sin. Thus, you have left me. In this society that we live in, we're so shameless. We show the whole world our sins, especially for the youth. We have Facebook. Facebook. We will go on Facebook 5 times a day, but we'll forget Allah. On Facebook, brother decides that he's going to go to a club, and then what he's going to do is put it on Facebook so the whole world can see that I'm sinning. This is what Imam al-Sajjad says, that we have become shameless. Got my arm around a girl, or a girl's got her arm around a boy, advertising to the world that I'm committing haram. Look at me. I'm the one committing haram. No one can commit as much haram as me. This is the problems that we face within this society. And in reality, our end is only one. And everybody knows that. But Imam al-Sajjad puts it beautifully, again in Dua Abu Hamza Thimari. A few pages down, he says, Limani abki. For what reason should I not cry? Abki li khuruj nafsi. I cry for the time when my soul will leave my body. Abki li dhulmati qabri. I cry for the darkness of my grave. Abki li dhika lahdi. I cry for the narrowness of my grave. Abki li su'ali munkirin wa nakirin iyaya. I cry for the time when munkir and nakir will come and ask me the questions. Abki li khuruj min qabri uryanan hamilan thikli ala dhahri. I cry for the time when I will be taken out from my grave, naked, carrying only upon my back the burdens of this world. انظروا مرتان عن يميني وأخرى عن شمالي. I will look to my left and I will look to my right. إذ الخلائق شأن غير شأني. Everyone around me will be concerned about themselves. No one will be concerned about me. لكل امرئ منهم يومئذ شأن يغني. That will be the day when no man will come to the aid of another. That day will be when only our good deeds will come to our aid. A mother will run from her daughter, a father from his son. That is our reality. That is something that we tend to forget. And the more sins that we commit, Allah takes away that rahmah from us. And when a person has all of the rahmah taken away from them, when Allah no longer showers His mercy upon a person, then that man can do things that are unthinkable. Come and ask the Azadar of Karbala, Imam al-Sajjad. Ask him how low mankind had stooped, that for 35 years he cried. For 35 years he cried, and only one thing was upon his tongue. Ash-Sham, Ash-Sham, Ash-Sham. Imam al-Sajjad, when we come towards Karbala, we find that Imam al-Sajjad on the 10th of Muharram did not cry that much. When Ali Akbar was killed in Karbala, Imam al-Sajjad still says, Ash-Sham, Ash-Sham, Ash-Sham. Al-Fadl al-Abbas lost both his arms in Karbala, but still Sayyid al-Sajjad says, Ash-Sham, Ash-Sham, Ash-Sham. Ali al-Asghar was killed in Karbala, but still Sajjad says, Ash-Sham, Ash-Sham, Ash-Sham. On the 11th of Muharram, when Zainab falls from the camel to the ground and runs towards the body of Abi Abdullah, they say she ran and sat down 9 times. 9 times she sat and stood and went to the body. The ulama say that maybe it was because Zainab was tired from Sham al-Ghariba. Maybe Zainab was tired from the night before, thus she was sitting and resting at each point. Or then the other reason is that the body of Imam al-Hussein was cut to so many pieces that Zainab stopped at each of the pieces of Imam al-Hussein. As she reaches the body of her brother, she turns towards Medina and recites a Marthiyah, Ya Jadda, Salli alayka malikatu sama. Oh my grandfather, the malaika of the heavens would send salams upon you. Wa hadha Husaynuka murammalun bid-dima. And here lies your Hussein, covered in his own blood, muqatta'u ahda, and his body cut to pieces. Maslub al-amamati al-nida, and his amama and his clothes have been stolen from his body. وَبَنَاتُكَ السَّبَايَا, and his daughters have been taken captive. Even seeing this Sajjad